Hey everyone, welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is April and this is the Frugal Planner channel. If this is a return flight for you, welcome back. I am really glad that you are here. It is Wednesday. If you're a member, it's Tuesday because you get to see these early. Otherwise, it is a Wednesday. This is midweek meal plan, and I'm looking at all of my beautiful markers and trying to figure out what colors I want to do this week. I'm liking the blue. I'm feeling that a lot. I'm also liking this color and then maybe a peach in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then what about too bright? Too much. What if I did... That looks good, but now this one does not. This is the story of my life. And then I maybe don't want this lighter blue. Do I have... What do I have? I have a brighter green. What would that look like? Yes, please. All right. This is a step you can totally skip. I just like doing it because it adds a little pop of color onto this pre-printed form, giving it just a tiny bit of personality. That is all. If you have mild liners, did you know that they are dual-sided? So you have a chisel tip and then you have a rounded tip. I did not know this the first time I got them until my lid got stuck on one side and pulled the cap off, and I was like, oh, there are two sides to this amazing thing. Thank you very much. So as far as frugal markers, these definitely are a good bargain because you get two, kind of like the Tombow, but they're definitely quite a bit more affordable than a Tombow, and you can oftentimes find them on sale on Amazon. This week is going to be really, really fun for meal planning. I think it's going to be super easy as well, which I'm always about. Always about easy, especially when it's hot outside. So let's pop right in here. I'm going to do Wednesday as our leftover day. Whoops. So that is going to be our leftover day. On Monday, I am going to do taco salads. I love a good taco salad. And there's going to be quite a few things in the fridge that we can kind of like make that difference. So I'm thinking on Tuesday, we're going with a full Mexican dinner week theme. So on Tuesday, I am going to put down super nachos. And what we do for super nachos is we will layer chips, cheese, meat, olives, jalapenos, whatever you normally put on nachos, some onions, and then we make another layer of chips, put all the goodies on it again, another layer of chips, and then top it off with cheese. I'm going to cough. Bake it in the oven or the air fryer, depending on what you want. Air fryer next week will probably be the choice because it's going to be warm. And then you just eat them with salsa. I put fresh cilantro on mine. Usually I put some fresh avocado and then some lime juice, and we're good to go. So before I get too far over, since I am doing leftover day on Wednesday, let's flip this over. For a taco salad meat, I am going to be doing lentils. I have plenty of lentils. I just soak them and then I cook them and season them with Mexican spices, or taco seasoning, if you will. So that'll be really easy. I do need to grab some iceberg lettuce. And some spinach. I already told you I have pretty much everything else that I need for the taco salad. Avocados. I do need some avocados. I'm going to say 4. For super nachos, I am not going to need anything for those except for tortilla shells. And I may skip those if Wes decides to make fresh tortillas, and then I can just cut them down. We'll see. The next thing I want to do on the list is I want to do bean and cheese burritos. I love bean and cheese burritos, and I have a hack for you. If you like Taco Time, is it Taco Time? Taco Bell. If you like Taco Bell bean and cheese burritos, they make their enchilada sauce and their mild regular hot sauce. They have their hot sauce too. They have all their sauces at the grocery store. Buy that and put them in there, and it is like the best dupe ever. I need to get burrito shells, and then I have everything else. You know what? I'm going to pick up some shredded cheese just to be sure. Perfect. And if you're doing burritos and cheese, or bean and cheese burritos, you could throw some of the lentils in there from your taco salad and your super nachos just to add a little bit more protein. What you could also add in there is if you have string cheese, like the pepper jack string cheese, you could do that instead of shredded cheese. Just roll it up in the burrito and then heat it up. They are so good. And if you put the enchilada sauce and the hot sauce on the outside, like a wet burrito, oh my gosh, I am currently salivating. It's gonna be a good week. And then I'm going to do some chicken. Why did I say that like that? It sounded like that voiceover. If the men find out, the girl doing the makeup, I don't know why I said it that way. And I don't know why that reminded me of it. I don't know. If you've been here a while, you know that happens all the time. All the time. So I'm going to do chicken, banana. No, just chicken. And I'm going to do enchiladas. And I'm going to use that same enchilada sauce that I used for that. So let's go ahead and put enchilada sauce down. And I'm going to put a question mark behind this one because I may not need to get it from the store. I may have some canned downstairs, so I'll need to check for canning on that one. And then I am going to do out date night on Saturday. And then fridge clean out on Sunday, which is kind of like leftover day, but not quite. So let me make sure you can see all of this. There we go. So very much using the same ingredients all week because on the chicken enchiladas, I'm using the enchilada sauce. We don't do sour cream, but you could get sour cream for your taco salad, your super nachos, everything on this list, everything. However you make your taco salads and your nachos works for your bean burritos and your chicken enchiladas too. Super, super easy. You could also do chicken taquitos if you wanted to do. I'm just thinking enchiladas with the extra burritos. I could just make them real big and roll them up. I know enchiladas usually have a corn shell, but when you're meal prepping and you're meal planning, it's really good to just reuse ingredients throughout the week. And all of these, if you look at them, are going to taste different, which is what I really like. A taco salad and super nachos do not taste the same. Like they have different textures. They have the whole thing different. Bean and cheese burrito totally is different than these two, and chicken enchiladas. So even though you're using a lot of the same ingredients throughout the week, I need olives throughout the week. I'm going to put a question mark behind that too, because I might have some in the basement. Because you're using the same ingredients over and over and over again, and you could even do on the super nachos, you could put some of the lettuce from your taco salad. There's nothing wrong with that. Or have a salad with your bean and cheese burrito. Anywho's it's. Using the same ingredients, look how short my grocery list is going to be. That's not, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line items. Possibly 6 if I have these two already on hand. So that's not bad. And I had the lentils on hand. I had the beans on hand that I'm going to make the bean burritos out of. I had the chicken on hand in the freezer. So really, That's a pretty easy list. Let me know in the comments down below if this menu sounds interesting to you, or if the meals are too much of the same flavor that you would be burned out by the middle of the week. And remember, we have two leftover days, and then we have a date night that we're breaking up. And you could move your date night anywhere you wanted to. Like if you didn't do date nights on Saturday, or let's say you don't do date night, you could add in, you know, you could do a combination of what's in the fridge and then pick another meal for Sunday. You can also use all of these ingredients and do a stuffed baked potato. Like you can make a taco salad with a baked potato. Anything you would put on a taco salad minus maybe the lettuce, which I don't think it would be horrible. We can put lettuce on taco pizza. So yeah. Oh, you know what else? Tomatoes. I do not have enough tomatoes for all of those meals. Good thing I kept chatting, huh? Anyway, that is the meal plan for this week. Let me know if you're going to try any of these. Let me know how you feel about the recipes or the items. I love you. I hope you have a great week. Happy Wednesday. Bye.